Welcome, welcome, welcome. Donald, just need a sound check. Can I have a thumbs up if the sound check is good? Just check on something. Hey, NL, can you hear me okay? Okay, thank you. Okay, so we got about oh, okay, so it's 5:11. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Tea Time with Kitty. It is now 5:11 and we are about to get started. I just want to let you all know that I am having some mint tea with honey. You all see this. And I wanted to show you all this mug. It says watch me whip. This is so cute. Those are my kids. But I actually got this from my goddaughter and her mom and siblings. It's a set. And I wanted to show it to you all for today for tea time because we just celebrated Valentine's Day. So it's pink and red. And then here I also have a blueberry muffin, one of my favorites, on a Valentine plate, showing plenty of love. And I got up and stopped being lazy. I was teleworking today and made blueberry muffins because I love them. I don't like store bought at all. I like to buy mine, wash off the blueberries, and place them to a side, and then add them to my muffin mix. And so I like mine fresh. I like them warm, and I like butter all over them. So let's see. Before we get started, giving everyone else a few more seconds to get on. Let me pull this up. And you all would have to have your phones near because I want you to take some notes for a game that we're going to play. And so I want you to get your notes ready. Okay. So today's topic is self love. We know that yesterday was Valentine's Day, and some of us choose not to participate it, but choose not to participate with Valentine's Day for reasons going back to where it started from. Some of us have seasons. Thank you, Donna. Hey, Donna, where we don't celebrate Valentine's Day because we may not have a significant other. So I want to bring some awareness to those who don't because of not having a significant other, because I think that that's very important. I also want to speak a little bit about people make comments of, well, you love each other all year long. It's no big deal. Definitely agree, but I just feel like things are put in place, just like structure, anything with time and attendance, or anything will just helps people focus on that, like a birthday. So we know we all get older every year, but we still want to celebrate our birthday. We know our mom and dad has been these great moms and dads, but on Mother's Day and Father's Day, we really want to just spend a little time and get them a little bit more shout out and focus on them a little bit more. So the definition, first and foremost, of self-love is regard for one's own well-being and happiness. Um, and it's very important because we sometimes get caught up into loving others and what love look like for others, but we sometimes forget the most important person is ourselves. And if you are not able to love yourself and deal with some of the issues that you have, you truly are not able to love anyone else. So we kind of filter it, loving ourselves out, and we'll sometimes take that misplaced emotion, and we'll either love on people, hatch my trail, we'll even love on people, or either we'll have a really bad attitude towards people. So that's why we're talking about self-love. And again, so before we get started, I do want to go over a few things. I did have me because we're still in Black History Month, so there's nothing like the love of self, the love of Black love. And let me just see if I can pull up what I had to share. And if I can't, we'll get back to you. So while I'm trying to pull that up, let me do say this. That if anyone wants to share something or their comments or responses, and you can also text it to me if you don't want to share it live on the chat, and you all should have my number. If not, just let me know, say number, and I will get it out to you. But I did have something for Black History, so I hope I can find it. Come on, Black History Month. I have a calendar at work that I get a lot of information from, and I'll sometimes share it on Facebook, or I will share it in our teams. Is like something that we have at work. So I always try to share something positive to staff during the Black History Month. So while I'm waiting to pull this up, my first question for you all today, or let me get through this first. I'm sorry. Let me do this. Okay. So how did you all like the NFL show last week? We did the NFL show last week. We talked about the Super Bowl and who would win. And I just want to know, is there anyone who had a team that they selected and that team actually won the Super Bowl? So yes, no, maybe so. Was anyone going with hey, the answers. So did anyone team that they select um actually win the Super Bowl? We know that the Washington Chiefs won over the Philadelphia Eagles. But and so some people have times where they'll predict who they think is going to win. So if there's anyone who feel like they predicted or seen to that game and you want to share it, please take a second to share that. Birthday. So, with the Super Bowl weekend being this weekend, I have actually, believe it or not, been taking a step back and not being as busy. So you did pick Kansas City and they did win. Okay. So I definitely, and shout out to Mousy, Pook and Chuck for hosting that Super Bowl, that pre-Super Bowl tea time last week. Definitely was appreciated. So speaking of events, so I definitely feel like I have taken a back with being on the go as much. But this weekend, oh my God. So on Saturday, I had 2 events, and on Sunday, I had 4 events, right? And still had to go to church. So let me just kind of touch on some of those so I can make sure I don't forget some birthdays, right? So on Saturday, I went. Where did I go first before my best friend? Oh, okay. So Saturday, my best friend, my childhood best friend, celebrated her 50th birthday with an awesome birthday party. So shout out to Charlene. We I've been knowing her since I was about 9. We went to school together. We played together. She was like my bestie. I always give a shout out because she's one of the person who encouraged me to go to school when I didn't want to go to school, when I wanted to hook, when I wanted to go oversleep. She'll be knocking on my door saying, "Come on, girl, we gotta go to school." So I am always appreciative of that to this day, and I thank her for that. And that's why it's good to have friends with some balance. You don't need all friends that know how to twerk real good, and you don't need all friends that know how to fight real good. You need a mixture of people on your team in order for your team to be successful. We just was saying that if you think about the NFL, if everyone was a great quarterback, would they be able to win a game, right? So every important person in your life needs to have something different that they add, right? So then my longtime friend Mia had a couples Valentine, pre-Valentine on Saturday. So got to do that. We were actually out to about 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't think we've done that in a long time because he's definitely not one that likes to go out. So we definitely enjoyed that. And then on Sunday, had church, of course. We had a guest preacher. Um, and then we had fellowship after church. And like I said, my church has been feeding us a lot lately, and I'm definitely appreciative of that. Hey, sister, while you driving? Thank you, sis. I'm definitely appreciative of that. And it was also one of the Pratt girls' birthday. One birthday is today as well. So happy birthday to them. Hey, doctor. Hey, sis. So shout out to that. And what was the next thing? So, oh, and my little sister celebrated her birthday. So then I stopped past to see my sister at her birthday brunch. And then let's see, what did I have to? Then after that, I went to my sister's house, who was giving her husband a Super Bowl birthday party. And last but not least, I went to my sister in Christ. Her birthday was yesterday, but she had a Super Bowl birthday party. So I was good and tired. And then Monday is an office day. So I had to get up and go in the office. And when I got off work Monday, I was so glad to get in the bed because I haven't did that in a long time. And it's fun to get out, but part of self-love is self-care. So, you're getting older and you definitely have to make sure that you have time to rest. Definitely make sure you have time to rest. So that was my weekend. I heard Pookie say I had a great weekend, just me and Nala chilling. Oh yeah, because he called me and asked me why I ain't come back and get my granddaughter. But this upcoming weekend, hopefully it'll be a little slower, right? Because the following weekend after that is Daniel's birthday. So I did have a few other birthdays. So my goddaughter Kaya, her birthday was on Sunday as well, just as well as my little sisters. And let's see what's next. Valentine's Day. So now is a time where we can get ready to chat yes, no, or maybe so. Did you enjoy your Valentine's Day on yesterday? Yes, no, maybe so. Put it in the chat and let's see where we're able to go from there. Yes, no, put it in the chat. Did you enjoy it? I don't want to miss anyone. If you didn't get to get out, some of us may celebrate it over the weekend, because some people is just like, oh no, it's on a weekday. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. But I want to hear from you all. What did you do? If you would like to share in the chat, what did you do yesterday for Valentine's Day? I had an awesome Valentine Day as always. I try to make it my business to always get over to my mom for Valentine's Day. If I'm not spending the entire day with her, I'm always going to go over there to see her, make sure she has her Valentine meal, and make sure she has her Valentine gift, as well as with my granddaughters. I make it my business to get to see them on Valentine's Day, and I make it my business to get them their gift as well. Yeah, even though I really didn't do anything, I just enjoyed the peace. Yeah, okay. So you enjoyed the peace because when I called you, Donald, to ask you would you want to come over my house, you said nah. Right. So you enjoyed the peace. Okay. Anyone else? Did anyone else do anything special? Anyone was proposed to? And if you want to share, is there anyone else that had anything that they feel that was extra special on yesterday? We cooked at home. So Shamika had to work. So it was me, Daniel's daughter, and Yanni. And we had Yanni made crab cakes and shrimp fried rice and asparagus. I made lamb chops and what else did I make? Lamb chops and baked sweet potatoes, and everything was so delicious. So that's what we did for Valentine's Day. And we set the table, and we had some Valentine decoration, and we exchanged our gifts. And our Valentine evening was really late because I had a lot of stops to make yesterday. Oh, it was delicious. Dayon makes some of the best professional looking crab cakes, and I post pictures of a lot of things, but I did not get to post any of the meal yesterday. But the shrimp fried rice was really good. She makes her fresh shrimp fried rice, and I do really good job with lamb chops. My brother Derek told me how to pan sear it first before popping it in the oven. And my baked sweet potatoes, they're getting better. They're not rocks, they're nice and soft. You can put a little brown sugar on it, enjoy. So it was truly, truly, truly a great meal. Let's see what else do we have. Anyone else that I'm leaving off that wanted to share anything? Now, I do have a question for you all. When I'm looking at the chat, I see people names in different colors. How do you all do that? Does the system just do that itself, or are you all able to do it? Okay. Now back to I wanted to share the young lady, African American lady, who is the first to be in the pit NASCAR pit club, which is a predominantly white male club. So for that Black African American woman to get in and be the first, I definitely want to give a clap up to her for Black History Fact. I was trying to pull the entire thing up, but I was unable to. And one other thing, that DC government, well, Aussie is having a job fair. And it is the 16th and the 17th, I believe it is, but you had to pre-register. And then my niece sent me something, so let's see what hers say. The Mayor's Office of Community Affairs, Ward 8, hiring and Regina's, I knew it was one more birthday. That's why I like to. Nyla's mom had a birthday yesterday. And Pookie, I hope you did a great job with making her day special. I knew it was one more person, and now I'm feeling like it's another person again. But if I miss anyone, charge it to my mind and not the heart, because when I get back on here, I will definitely make sure I get you next week. But I think Regina, because her actual birthday was yesterday, like Cherie's. And I think it was just them two who actually had their actual birthday on yesterday. So back to the Ward A Hire and Resource Fair. Fair tickets, I believe it's Wednesday, February 22nd at 9 o'clock a.m. So please, 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 DMV is also having a hiring fair. Thank you so much, Mika. So that means that that it's time to get a job, y'all. It's time to get a job, because there's plenty of opportunities out here right now. And in order, sometimes, not all the time, right? But a lot of times, in order to have self-love and self-care, we got to have some money. So not all the time, but a lot of times, because products not cheap, not even deodorant or lotion, right? So we want to have self-care. Make sure that we're noting that. So let me jump in now, because we had a lot of stuff. That's because my weekend was so busy. That's why we had a lot. But before we play the game, I want to know, what does self-love mean to you? When you hear self-love, what does it mean to you? I know there's someone that's not going to be shy and is going to put it right in the chat. What does self-love mean to you? Anyone, what does self-love mean to you? We all know it's to love self, right? Well, we hoping that's what it means. But what does self-love mean to you? Because when you think about self-love, and if we truly love ourselves, there are some things that we would and would not do, right? And we're going to get into the would not at another time, but we're going to talk about some things that we would do, right? So if anyone wants to drop anything in the chat at any given time about self-love, any quote, anything that you do for self-love, feel free. Right now, I need for you all to get your cell phones out. And I wanted to have 10, but right now I have 9. So maybe something else come to mind. And we're going to give ourselves a point system. Take care of self physically and mentally. When we think about self-love and self-care, and I'm constantly saying this with your mental, make sure you don't let things in that's not beneficial to your mental health. And that's part of if you know that it's going to be something that sets you off, run. If you know that you're dealing with someone and they present a bunch of red flags, run, right? Because I am definitely the one that will put my hands on someone, or flatten a tire, or bust a window. I'm hoping that I'm totally delivered from those types of things, but I wouldn't even want to know if I still had them in me, right? So therefore, I definitely would stay away from anything that would more than likely provoke me. And that's just not an intimate relationship with a spouse, but even with friends and families that you interact with, right? Caring for self to ensure your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial well-being. Self-care has a lot to do with finances, right? Take care of your finances. It's very important, that because no matter what anybody say, and people are talking a good game, oh, take a trip. Most of those things people tell you cost some money. And even if you don't have no money, if you take care of your finances, someone will give you some money, right? So when you think about not having it, and I don't have no money, but I want a car. So I may not have $50,000 to go buy a car directly, but if I take care of my finances, my chances of getting approved for a loan to get a car is not only better if I take good care of my finances, but it also may make it cheaper, because it may reduce the the financing rate. Loving yourself to care for your mental, physical, emotional, and well-being beyond others. I like that addition, beyond others, because sometimes in life, no matter what we do and how well we do it and how much we care about someone and love, we cannot control how someone truly feels inside, because we can sometimes try to make it better, but if there's some emotions going on with people inside, no matter what you do, they're going to resurface, right? So that's why it's so important for everyone to take care of their own individual self. Anything else before I start the questions? Then when I go over these questions, you all need to get your phone out if you don't have a pen and paper, and if you are driving or anything like that, and you can't participate, we understand as well. But I just want to get some of these questions out, right? So we're talking about self-love, and I'm going to ask you some questions, and if you've done these things in the past 30 days, go ahead and give yourself 2 points. If you have done it in the past year, give yourself 1 point. Okay, so the first one is take a bath, right? Now I know ain't nobody on here nasty, but I know a lot of us jump in the shower on the regular. I'm even noticing that a lot of apartments and houses don't have tubs in all the bathrooms. They're doing like a shower and only a shower. So I just want to hear from you. Give yourself 1 point in the chat. Or if you don't want to put it in the chat, that's fine. You don't have to have nobody in your personal business. You can put it in your notes in your phone. 1 point if you've had a bath in the past 30 days. 2 points. I'm sorry, 2 points if you've had a bath in the last 30 days. Let's make sure. So it's a shorter distance. If you've had a bath in the past 30 days, give yourself 2 points. If you've had a bath in the past year, give yourself 1 point. Do everybody got it? If it's the past 30 days, 2 points for the questions. If it's the past year, 1 point. If you haven't did it in over a year, you don't get any points, right? Okay, so bath, we got bath, right? So and again, if you don't want to put it on the chat, you can put it in your phone. Okay, hair. When was the last in the past month? And I know with men it's a little different, but you should be going often as well. So if you have gotten something done to your haircut, rinse, dye, retwhiten, tracks, if you have gotten anything done to your hair in the past month, do not do hot tub count. Oh, if you wanted to be, I'll take hot tub. That's fine. I will take hot tub. If you've had one in the past month, you get 2 points. And if you've had your hair done in the past year, you get 1 point. And it's probably a little easier for that with a man than a woman for that one. Okay. Gift. When is the last time you bought yourself a gift? Think hard, not something that you need for the house. And I'm even thinking of soap. So soap don't count. Toothpaste don't count. Dish detergent don't count. When is the last time you bought something for yourself? If you have bought yourself something that was only for you, something intimate for you in the past month, you can give yourself 2 points. If you bought yourself in something in the past year, you'll get 1 point. If you haven't bought yourself anything in over a year, you don't get any points. The next one is dinner. Now, I know you all cook dinner, right? But sometimes we're constantly cooking dinner and asking our spouse, what you want for dinner? Sometimes we'll ask, just got me, okay. You'll just ask yourself, what do you want for dinner? You may ask your spouse. I would ask my mom that. Sometimes we ask our kids that. But when is the last time you made dinner and everything you fixed was just for yourself? It doesn't mean you didn't share it with everybody, but I like some of my favorite foods are lamb chops, sweet potatoes, mac and cheese. So if I could make myself that meal and with some good collard greens, that is my ideal meal, right? So when is the last time you prepared a meal and it was what you wanted, not what the family wanted? If you provided a meal for yourself in the past month that you wanted, give yourself 2 points. If you provided a meal for yourself that you really wanted in the past year, you get 1 point. Do Jimmy Dean's? I don't know Jimmy Dean's because you didn't really prepare that. But if you want to give it to yourself, go ahead. Self-love, I won't stop you. Take off work. When was the last time you took off work just because you wanted to? So we're definitely not encouraging playing hooky. And we're not taking off to go to the DMV. We're not taking off for a doctor's appointment, family member. But when was the last time you took off work just to sit in the house and do nothing? So I ain't talking about hooking work because you need to plan this particular day off. But if you snuck out of work, we tea time not agreeing with that, but it's all about you and your self-love. Took off work. If you've took off work in the past month just because you wanted to, give yourself 2 points. If you took off work in the past year, just because you wanted to, give yourself 1 month. Now, this is not for vacations because with a vacation, if you was going to Jamaica, that's not just taking off because you wanted to. That was a planned trip, right? But if you did something spontaneous, like just didn't go to work and drove up to New York or Atlantic City, then you can give yourself the points for that. The next one, binge watched a TV show. Some people do this a lot. I've done it before, not really a fan of it. If you have binge watched your favorite TV show in the past month, give yourself two points. If you have binge watched your favorite TV show in the past year, give yourself 1 point. Exercise, right? Exercise. When was the last time you exercised? If you've exercised in the past month, give yourself 2 points. If you've exercised in the past year, give yourself 1 point. Past month, 2 points. Past year, 1 month. 1 point, I'm sorry. Spa. When was the last time you've been to the spa? So, ladies, this is where you can get back with the men at here because they had more of the haircut one. But for the ladies, this will also include manicures and pedicures. And some men get manicures and pedicures, so they may be able to, jump in as well. So spa would include manicure and pedicure, but you had to go to a spa location. So you can't just be at the little corner one that don't say spa. It has to be, and I think most of the time, the spa ones, I think they pretty much say it in the name, but I know a lot of times it's the chair, if it has the massage chair. I'm hoping most nail salons have that now. But if you have been to the nail salon or spa, full body spa, facial, in the past month, give yourself 2. Getting massages count. Yeah, definitely. Give yourself 2 points. If you've done it in the past year, give yourself 1 point. Now, this last one here is going to be a big one here because this is something that I tell my tea timers all the time that I never learned to do. I never learned to ride a bike, right? So if you have rode a bike in the past month, give yourself 5 points. If you have rode your bike in the past month, give yourself 5 months. 5 points. I don't know if anybody ride a bike. I've never learned to ride one, right? If you have rode a bike in the past year, give yourself 2 points. So if you wrote it within the past 30 days, you get 5 whole points. If you wrote it in the past past year, you give yourself 2 points. So with that being said, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. The highest amount of points that someone can get would be 21. Do anyone have 21 points? I hope you all are keeping track. Do anyone have 21 points? The spin bike count? I think I know what a spin bike is. I think they used to be on the news and you could do it on Groupon. So I'll give you credit for that. What are you getting 6? Chuck, you only got 6 points? Mika has 14. Okay. Anyone higher than Mika with 14? It looked like we got a self-love person coming in here today. Can anyone beat Mika with 14? Can anyone beat Mika with 14? Okay, so you got 20. Hold on. What? Oh, you got 20. So 1, 2. Okay, so Pookie got 9. Okay, so it sounds like we have some self-love going on in here. Some self-love. So this exercise was only about taking time out. I hope that you enjoy it. Taking time out to focus on self. I hope I hope that you all focus totally on self, because sometime in life with our spouses, our parents, our children, our jobs, and our bills, our mind is all over the place. And I just thought of an exercise instead of me trying to tell you all. Oh, you got 18, great, Donna, all about self-love, which is your perspective. I thought that we'll play a game that will help you focus on self. I hope you all played along with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed your love day on yesterday, whether it was loving yourself, loving a significant other, or loving a family member or friend. I hope that you were able to do that. As I stated, I didn't get to do it this year or last year, but I also always prior to that, for probably 5 years before that, made it my business to select someone and give them a Valentine gift. I just was so under the weather on Monday and could not get out to have that set up. And speaking of that, Felicia from my church, my sister in Christ, I remember we was doing the Secret Sisters one year. She had a whole gift delivered to my front door, and I had no idea who it came from. I didn't even know it was a secret sister that had put it there at that time. And then I also had a spouse that went to my job a week before, spoke with security, and they let them up on Valentine morning, and I was working at 7:30, so I don't know what time they actually got in. But they went to my job, and when I came into work, my cubicle was decorated with balloons, gifts, cut. Thank you all so much for sipping with a sister. And thank you all for playing my game with me. Don't let a day go by that we don't focus on some type of self love for ourselves. And have a great day. Bye bye.